There you have it, pal. Now, let's shift gears, pal. I just want to discuss one topic before we move into around the world. Um, when I watch SmackDown or WWE generally, my main not criticism, but the thing I'm thinking at the moment is who's Cody got to face? Like this is your big star alongside Roman Reigns, who once again Roman's top 10 all time. We'll discuss that next week. When it comes to Cody, he's got no one to defend his title against because now they're having him face Kevin Owens. And I'm like, okay, I mean, once again, Kevin Owens, as we discussed, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, Owens is your perfect. Okay, we've got a match coming up where we're trying to just get through the show. We need a main event or like a marquee, a reliable guy. Who do we have him against? Like, who are the rest of the face? Kevin Owens. Owens is like your tried and true, reliable main event hand. And it's good for Owens, but Owens versus Cody at Berlin, like really? You know, and what it says to me is that, I mean, they're really out of opponents on the SmackDown side of things. They did the Styles program, which is really good. Those two pay-per-views had the Styles ones. They're there in France. The arena's doing thunderous chants of phenomenal. Like, you know, the France crowd's going off. They did a really good match. They did the stuff with Logan Paul, that one-off match in Saudi with Logan Paul, whatever. That seemed a bit rushed in hindsight. That really need to happen. No, I guess the Saudi prince like, I want Logan Paul. I want a world title match. So yeah, as we discussed then. And then he's had the match against Sikoa, sure. But like, I'm looking at it now going, who's Cody got to face? Because all the big stars are on Raw, pretty much, that are heels. All he's got on SmackDown is, yes, Sikoa, who he faced at SummerSlam. And Sikoa's a fraud. I mean, Sikoa's a mid-carder cosplaying as a main eventer. And Roman Reigns is showing that at the moment. So yeah, I bring this up to say, has Cody got any like heel opponents left? Does WWE need an urgent shakeup? Does Triple H need to, I don't know, like do something with his two fingers? I don't know. Like what can they do to fix this? Like,
well, you've always got the Randy Orton card in the back pocket. I know he's going after Gunther and he's on Raw now, but that's always in the back pocket. You know, that's going to come to fruition at some point. You know, they're going to play that out. I mean, they've been teasing it subtly. Like, I think that's the next move. For Bash at Berlin, you don't need like a big storyline. It's 2 weeks removed from SummerSlam. We're getting another PLE. You know, that's just there for Gunther. Oh, Gunther's being cheered. Like realistically, Cody could do like Roman and just say, hey, I'm taking this PLE off.
Yeah.
But that's Cody's gimmick. Cody's gimmick is the hardest worker in the room, the workhorse. So, I mean, I'm just grateful to have him on the show. Honestly, yeah. You know, I don't think it's a problem in the long term. I don't think it's a problem. And yeah, some of it is natural. Just by the fact that, yeah, I mean, a babyface, it's better. The chase is better than just having him beat a bunch of heels, you know, as champion. Like chasing the belt is always going to be better. Obviously, they're going to revisit the bloodline stuff with Cody at some point with Roman and The Rock and all that. That's going to get revisited. I think everything's fine for now. Bash at Berlin, KO and Cody can have a good 4-star match. Just purely because Cody wants to be the workhorse champion and doesn't want to take time off.
And the only other thing I'll mention, and this is a bigger discussion, which we'll have this full-length discussion in some stage for a podcast, but when do you think Cody should become a heel? Because it needs to happen, and Roman's back, and Roman, as like the top face, is getting like 3 million views in the first day on YouTube to the clip of him beating up the Bloodline and getting monstrous reactions, breaking merchandise records. So you've got your top face. It's not like the Cena conundrum from 10 years ago, where Cena's the guy everyone like loves and there's no one else. And like the second biggest baby face is Sheamus. It's not like that. You've got Cody, who's like he's the face champion, but the top face is like a level or two above him. So what do you do? Because you've had now 2-3 years of the big whoa. How much longer do you want to have that? Another 6 months? Do you want to maybe have Cody feud with Randy Orton and Cody keeps his title but goes heel in the process or something? Like Cody snaps on Orton and starts hitting unprotected chair shots to the head, pal, on Netflix. Like, what's this going to look like? I don't know. But yeah, I'll ask you, pal. When should Cody Rhodes go heel?
In short, I don't think he needs to turn heel, honestly. Yeah. Unless they're going to have him hold the championship for like 3 years like Roman. Then you got to turn him heel. But let's just fantasy book for a moment. Let's just say they do babyface versus babyface at WrestleMania 41, Roman versus Cody. Roman wins the title. Cody could float around as like, oh, I'm just a legend. I'm Cody Rhodes, pal. Like he could do that for the rest of his career. You know, he doesn't really need to like you know, they don't, WWE doesn't need to risk like bad PR, because this guy, I mean, he tweets out like every day, like giving kids like tickets to the show, like going to visit like cancer patients. Like they don't really need to turn him heel. You know, it's not really necessary. I do think, but I think at WrestleMania, I think you've got Final Boss Rock versus Cody. I think that's the match to make. Honestly, I think that's the match. Like, The Rock came in and was like, "Oh wait, this is Dusty Rhodes' son. Like, he's a big star now. I can work with this guy." And we saw them make magic, and they're going to continue that story, I think, going into WrestleMania. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Final Boss Rock versus Cody.
Pal, I think if they do anything, it would be like a year from now, because I think you want to have babyface Cody feud with Randy Orton for like 3 to 4 months as like the big storyline, and then you can have Cody versus the Final Boss Rock, at least in the lead up to WrestleMania, and then then they can weave that into Final Boss Rock versus Roman or whatever they want to do. So there's that. But beyond that, pal, if we get to a year from now, pal, Cody he's either become stale or he's turned. And we've got the Cody World Order, pal. He's coming out there in all black. He's he's beating up helpless, defenseless baby faces. He's spitting at people, pal. Cody Rhodes. He's people are trying to do his woe. He's saying, "Shut up, piss off, leave me alone, f you." He's like, Cody's on Netflix, pal. He's got his microphone. He's in his black suit. He's got his world title a year and a half into his run. He walks into the crowd, smacks like a child.
Oh
F
my
you.
God. And we know Cody could be a big heel. We saw it after WWE and his Ring of Honor and New Japan and TNA run.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could do that. Pal, are you ready?